first of all, amazing. Then secondly, powerful, really, and great impact on us. And then the third would be unity.
Exciting, entertaining, and let me think. Time consuming.
Easygoing, enjoyable, very traditional.
Special, funny, amazing.
Active, knowledgeable, and fun.
Family, fun, awesome.
The project was amazing so far. So far it went at the end. I've met amazing people from all over Europe. I learned a lot of stuff I didn't know about human rights, and I should, but I'm very happy that I learned them and now I know them. I will go back to my country and I will spread the information that I learned in this project, because I think it's very important everyone to know them.
I enjoyed this project because I learned to meet new people. I saw people from different countries, and we explored how human rights are in those countries, and we got to meet together to see what's going on. Definitely the people. We had a lot of fun. When we weren't working on projects, we were singing some songs. We made a few songs. I guess I enjoyed the community that felt like family.
So the thing that helped me was the nature around me, because come on, it's beautiful. The weather was great, the company was great, but also the many things that I have learned. I haven't heard about many historical events that we learned about, and we kind of used all this knowledge to our new ideas and I don't know, future experiences. So I think it's a great thing to do.
So this project was very easy to enjoy because everything was fine. In different projects, it's very easy for you to find problems, but here everything was fine. The facilitator, Luisa, was so good with us. There was a very good feeling between every of the participants. So in general, it was a nice experience. If I have to choose anything about the project, would be the intercultural nights.
Food, but also all the activities and socializing with other people. So.
The cultural nights are probably my favorite thing, because honestly I don't know much about other countries, and on cultural nights the representatives of their countries they have presentations, and through food we get to know their cultures through food. Yes. And drinks.
The people. Meeting new people from different countries, learning about the culture, learning about the problems they face back at home. Sometimes we have the same problems, sometimes we have different ones, and it was very interesting.
I think I enjoyed the most the group work. I think it was a great way for us to learn how all of us actually perceive human rights and how does it look like from the perspective of our own country, of our cultures, and simply the places we come from. People from the villages sometimes had different opinions on certain topics as people from the cities, and the same thing goes for the part of the Europe that we are coming from.
What I enjoyed in this project the most was the interactions with other people from countries all around Europe. It was an amazing experience to get to know everyone on a personal level also, except for all the educational things we learned. And it's really something that doesn't happen in everyday's life. This shows though how powerful we can be if we work together, and how amazing stuff we can do, and the great changes that come with all our actions, and that was just amazing.
I've learned that every single one of us has slightly different opinion on specific topics, yet we all agree that human rights are important the way they are, and they are still somehow misinterpreted or mistreated in our countries. And we as a young people, despite where do we come from, we have the similar thoughts and we have the power to change something and actually engage people in our communities to do something for the better cause, as well as some fun facts about the culture itself, and of course a bit of new words from each of the languages.
What I've learned from this project is that if you're a human, you're entitled to rights, and from that point on, it's just about what you will do to claim them. So you've got to stand up for yourself, and then always remember to stand up for others as well, because only all together, as I've learned, we can pursue our rights and achieve great things.
We have learned that human rights are a thing that we usually forget about. And as I mentioned before, I really like to get to know that every country violates the human rights. So now I know that even my country does.
So the first step is to know which right is being violated, and firstly to talk with that person with kindness, and if the problem is not solved, maybe you can talk to your teacher, and if the problem is not solved by this way, maybe address to the principal again to talk about this specific situation and to solve the problem with kindness.
I decided to spread the message because I feel that more people need to be informed that we have these rights and they can't be violated. More and more violations occur and people think that it's normal when it's not, and we have these rights because we are human.
So, first of all, I came here just because I have my social media accounts. So I found out about projects like this on Instagram or Facebook, and I think that every youth that has participated in this has also found out a way about this. And I think that social media connects so many young people and older people and just gives them opportunity to share their opinion by not being judged, but also can lead to a very rude or adequate way to express your opinion. So you always have to be careful not to hurt anyone or do something bad on it. But the great thing is it connects many people.
Everything is special about human rights because it describes us as people. It describes this special thing that makes us humans. So that's what I think.
So, of course, I know about many human rights violations that are happening now. Usually, we think about the most important ones that are the persecution to people that happen because of their religion or their sexual preferences. But also we have to look into our own countries. We think everything is fine, but in our case in Spain, we have plenty of problems with human rights, mainly with the healthcare, education system, but also about the right to LGBTI people. So the most important thing about the question is not to look to different countries, but also take a look to our own countries.
Actually, there is a lot to be done in that area. People can express themselves through all forms of arts, like movies, like paintings, like poems. Also, they can rally outside and do all the creative stuff that the human mind can clearly possess. And also, a most important thing is to go to the source of the problems. So, to the ones that actually can make a change. Our institutions, our organizations, the universal ones, the governments. But you always got to remember that every little piece of action from all of us humans is what really counts and will make the difference.
I do believe so, especially when it comes to the rights of females. For example, in country like Mongolia, there are mainly females that are running in the governments. There are mainly females at schools, female doctors, female politicians, and any important figures. Whereas there are also some other countries where female rights aren't really respected due to their religion or other cultural biases that simply allows females to be more active in the society the way that they would love to be involved.
So my opinion on this point is like there is no equal access to the human rights in all societies, because like there is a lot of countries that violate the human rights, and sadly it should be like you should have access to this, but there is that point that a lot of countries violate human rights, and one of those countries is probably Yemen. It's like from the statistical data.
I can add that that there are different cultures all around the world, and for example, in Muslim countries, it's their culture that women, for example, have less rights than men, and then it's hard to combat that. But women try all the time. They protest. So I think in the future it will change a little bit, and and the access begins with education, and lots of countries have a poor education. For example, some other countries, they block information on the internet, so people stay ignorant, and yeah, that's it.
The problem in today's society is like from different country to country we have different laws and different rights. So in the Western world all our rights are protected by constitution, but in some other countries the rights are not yet protected. So all individuals and groups has not have the same access to their human rights.
Once upon a time in 1945, when people had no rights and the country stopped the fight, there came a wind of change that enlightened all their minds, fixing problems for the children so they have a better life. UD, 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 UDHR, UD, 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 UDHR. In 1948, the United Nations met in Paris. They have said, let's get the world set. So now we sit here, having nothing else to fear. We are drinking coffee, beer, and enjoying the atmosphere. UD, 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 UDHR.